Hello, 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 and welcome in to the 3UP Moon live stream. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome in for the first time if it's your first time checking out one of the streams live on twitch.tv/3up_moon. Yes, it is Valentine's Day. It is February 14th, Tuesday, February 14th, 2022. And we're trying something out a little different here. If you're new to the channel, I stream every single day from about 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific. And I try to always stream live on Twitch, but sometimes I stream over in our Discord channel. I stream retro games. I try to revisit retro games in really interesting ways, whether that's through creating curated lists of themed retro games, and you can spin the wheel, basically creating an interactive environment where every time someone spins the wheel, I have to stop and play whatever game we get next. Or revisiting retro games with mods and ROM hacks, or even randomizers of those games. What a randomizer does is it creates a brand new, fresh experience, and you can take a game and the elements of that game, like the enemies, the bosses, and more, and shuffle them around to create a new challenge. Now, I'm always interested in trying out brand new challenges. And you know, we actually have many games on the list. Specifically, today we're doing a themed stream that we've never done before, and we've got many games on the list that specifically are all themed around ribbit frogs. That's right. I know this year is not the leap year, next year is the leap year, but screw it, who cares? Forget about it even. We've got a bunch of different retro games, all themed around frogs, whether that's Frogger or the Battletoads series, or a handful of other ones like the Muppets games. Even Super Mario Bros. 3 is in this list. So we're going to play a bunch of them today. Not necessarily based on the wheel. This is not like our retro roulette streams, and so it's not an interactive one, but it's really just going to be us messing around with a bunch of retro frog-themed games. The music we're listening to is also a curated playlist of frog-themed video game music. This is a 16-bit remix of Frog Forest Act 1 from Sonic Heroes, of all games. So stick around. Happy Tuesday, happy Valentine's Day. Let's leap into Love Day with some frog-themed retro games. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe, and you'll find every one of my streams in full after the fact. They always get uploaded in full there. And if I'm not live on Twitch, you can always catch me in Discord, and I'll have the link in the chat in just a moment. If you're watching on YouTube, you can check out the Discord link at the top of the page. And just before we dive in, I had to add a couple more games, and I added Super Mario Bros. 3 on Super Mario All-Stars. We had the NES one in here. I added Super Mario Bros. 3 and Game Boy Advance. This is my favorite game. Come on, we gotta do it. And also, we added some Little Nemo Dream Master. Technically, frog magic does exist in the Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Ghosts and Goblins games, but I don't know. Is frog magic an attainable thing in the Super Nintendo version, or is that just something in the later games? Either way, you know what? This is a super last-minute idea, and I feel really good about how we've been able to pull together a theme really quickly, over 30 games. It's not a wheel spin stream, but we're going to mess around with a bunch of them. The Mario Brothers 3 better have been the frog suit only hack. No, it's not frog suit only, unfortunately. Otherwise, it doesn't count. You would be surprised at how many references to frogs there are in video games in terms of main characters, music, and more. Of course, we were just listening to music from Chrono Trigger, Frog's theme, but this is some music from an all-frog-themed game, a rhythm game called Kero Blaster. Kero. Yes, puts on Don Gero mask and straps in. I love that. That's amazing. Realistically, this idea came to me earlier, and it's actually my partner was chatting with me and sparked the idea, and immediately I was like, sweet, this is so cool. Oh shit, it's not a leap year this year, it's next year. The theme is good. We're rolling with it. And like I said, I'm here usually from 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific every day, but this is my Friday, so Wednesdays and Thursdays are my weekend. So tomorrow and Thursday I'll be streaming earlier during the day. And we might do a frog stream part 2 even. There's enough games. Who is your favorite frog character in a video game? Is it a Pokemon? Is it Glenn or Frog from Chrono Trigger? Let me know. You better believe that Blaster Master and all the Blaster Master games are on this list. Because Blaster Master really truly is a game where you're saving your frog. It could be called A Boy and His Frog. Oh, your favorite may just be one of the characters on the screen even. That's true. It could be. We're gonna get DMCA'd because Chrono Trigger music always gets DMCA'd. Literally every time. Don't care, it's too good. I feel like this is definitely a playlist that can grow. I'll share the music playlist as well in my Discord. I've been having a lot more fun making playlists these days and kind of just diving back into it. And personally, maybe it's too much information, but I haven't, since my best friend passed away, I haven't been able to really kind of connect with music in the same way. And I've been recently, in the last couple of weeks, been diving more into making playlists. And it's something I've always done. It's something I used to do, basically, DJing music in between bands at a venue I used to run, and very connected to my best friend who passed away. So what I'd like to do is just acknowledge out loud that I'm starting to get back into doing that, and it's a lot of fun. Give myself permission to do it, So if anyone's interested in me sharing more playlists, I can absolutely do that in the Discord. Just let me know. If you're a regular to the channel, you'll definitely know, and it's pretty obvious I love curating things. So it's just back to the same good form, Good old form. Just think of me like the owl from Animal Crossing. Bring me fossils and fish, and I'll arrange them in a cool way.
One, two, three, four.
Oh yeah, this is Moonbow Music's version. This is live. I've shared this one before in Popstar. This is a 4-piece string quartet. Obviously it'd be 4-piece if they're a quartet, covering video game music. They're a fantastic YouTube channel. Check them out. Moonbow Music. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome to Frogtown. be diving in just a second. Okay, folks, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, happy Valentine's Day. Let's leap into Love Day with our first game, Battletoads in Battlemaniacs. We've played the, I think we played the Super Nintendo version, the version we're about to play right now, before in our animal and creature themed retro roulette. We've definitely played the Sega Master System version of this. This is a really fun game. I grew up playing Battletoads, just Battletoads, NES, and renting the Genesis one a lot. But a friend of mine had the NES one, and I didn't really play too much of this one. And there's also some really good Battletoads Game Boy games out there, if you haven't played them. But yeah, we do a lot of Battletoads games because they come up a lot in our animal and creature themed playlist, so I figured to play a different one to start. And this one's a lot of fun. Again, this is the type of game I'd love to play more and do co-ops with friends. If anyone wants to look into Fightcade and time it out, maybe we can do some beat 'em up co-op streams. Let me know if it's too loud. If you need less of me, more of me. Let's get into it with some toads. The Toad Copter. One of my favorite games is Battletoads meets Double Dragon. So to play that one multiplayer would be really neat. Was that an actual Bob Ross painting before the copter came? Total Reality Integrated Playing System, TRIPS. Oh, it looked like one. I was like, what? That'd be really funny, though. What if he just really liked it? He's like, this is our happy little zits, and this is our happy little pimples. That'll be our little secret, these Battletoads over here. That'd be amazing. He just was so inspired by the game, he spent a lot of time with it, that he had to make a painting. There's one episode where he just was so inspired by Battletoads. Wait, what are those walls? Why do you have those walls just popping out out of nowhere? Like popping up in front of their speeder bikes. Huh, that'll just be our little secret. Happy little walls. Hello, walls. This music sounds exactly like Donkey Kong music. It's just the horns. Here we go. Words Brain Strange. That sounds like a great band name. Hey. Never pork a toad from behind. Yeah. So it is the same level that the Master System version starts with. It's interesting because the sprites are huge in this version. Bob Ross in the Turbo Tunnel must be a video you make now. I just feel like it'd be so funny if he just connected with this game so much. He just was so inspired. Because it's just not something he normally would be into, but he just went, Battletoads. God blum it. Again, don't get me talking about Battletoads. He's definitely, his show is definitely something we put on to try and fall asleep to. Our joke is that, for me and my partner, is that if we need to fall asleep, we'll just put on the show, and then by the time the intro theme is done, we're both asleep. But for him, it's Battletoads. He needs to defeat the Dark Queen to go to sleep. They get a little more cartoony with the sprites, maybe just because they're bigger. A little more cartoony and Looney Tunes with the animations, which I can really appreciate. We also do cartoon streams over in the Discord, and recently watched one of the episodes of the Battletoads animated series, and apparently they were 3 nerds that got transformed into, like, Revenge of the Nerds characters, basically. They got transformed into the Battletoads, but then they had the ability to just power at will, turn into Battletoads, and turn back into humans, which is kind of odd. This is going to be really tough multiplayer, actually, come to think of it, just because because of that. The terrain is disappearing. The sprites are big. The detail on the boot. Yeah, exactly. Bob Ross would be talking about how he cared for a toad that was injured. And wouldn't normally condone animal violence, but Battletoads, bring it on. Look at this taunt animation. I just saw it. He was just about to say, bring it on. Yeah, he's like, bring it. Bring it. You feel like the Battletoads lore is always a bit off. The 2020 game is all over the place. The 2020 game, I don't think really understood what Battletoads was all about, and then they did a TV series, a short-lived TV series based off of it. I don't know. It's just a beat 'em up game. I mean, I don't think they had Battletoads action figures. I don't think it was something like Ninja Turtles or anything like that, where it was just designed to sell action figures, but I could be wrong. Ew. Just hamming it up over here, huh? honey ham it. Ooh, bye-bye. There's also a really awful Battletoads Game Boy Advance game that never got fully released. It's like unfinished, and I'm very glad they never released it because it was awful. We played it in the animal and creature themed stream. We've got a couple of like odd prototype things like that, and homebrews that people have made. There's a lot of cool homebrews out there for Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. Haven't done one in a while, but I did have a series where I was diving into NES homebrews specifically, but we've got some Game Boy ones. It can be pretty neat. If you're interested in game development and stuff, it's a good place to if you want to pop into my Discord, it's a good place to chat about it. Just always interested in, I've been following different people's devlogs lately and just getting more interested in collaboration, talking about level design ideas, game ideas. The game was just a ploy to start a cartoon, but it wasn't a bad game. It was the 2020 Battletoads, is what you're saying. It was just more than just a beat 'em up, but it wasn't great. They were trying to just expand on it, maybe. Is this just like... Are we just stuck? We're toting the line. There we go. Totally. Continue. Things are looking good, Toads. Good for the Dark Queen, if that's if that's your best effort. That's good. Wow, things are looking good, boys. Oh. Blip blip blip. Hey. Blip blip blip. Really hard to really hard to kind of aim those jumps because you can't see you don't see your shadow until you land or until you jump. See, it's not underneath you until you jump. Whew. Oh. Whoa. That was pretty funny. Whoa. What? I couldn't even control that. I guess when you get flattened. Yeah, it just sends you on a trajectory. Imagine that two-player, right? Like two people on that section, that'd be so tough. This game on Sega Master System has much smaller sprites and you can see way more of what's ahead of you. So I would argue it's easier there, but this definitely looks and sounds better. So close. Oh my god, how hard do they go? Has anyone ever seen this before? This is a statue of the Dark Queen, and she literally has a Ninja Turtle's head impaled on a stick. That is... doesn't look like a toad to me. That is Donatello's, Raphael, Mikey's head. Come on. I've never seen that before. They definitely didn't have this sprite in the Sega Master System version. That is bold. That is bold. Wow. You know, seeing Sonic's shoes in the trash in Donkey Kong Country is one thing, but damn. Quite the dig. Ooh. Damn. What's this stuff? Shoot. Damn. I feel like I should be able to pick these up, the little rocks. But I guess not. My apologies, I just have something caught in my throat and it's just really annoying. Happened just before the stream. Bad timing. I can do all the work meetings all day on Zoom and have no issues. But then when I got a stream, it's like, okay. Now we're talking. Oh shit. Of course, this game has the double tap forward and the dash, which I think every single beat-em-up should have. Just such an essential piece of a beat-em-up, is being able to do a forward dash attack. I really, really like Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure on Game Boy Advance, because it's got that, and it's also got some really cool combos as well, built in. I think it'd be fun to make a beat-em-up. Definitely it'd be fun. Whew. That's what we do. It's an insta-kill if you get squashed. Yes. Ooh, it's not a Wookiee hole, it's a tree. I dig this weird platform. Oh, it's Kraid. Kraid. Oh, Mom, they have Kraid. Can we... That's the boss from Metroid. Can we get it? No, we have Kraid at home. Meanwhile, Kraid at home is those two little snakeheads. Oh. You think you're smart because you're copying Mega Man, but you're not. But you're not. Nice one, Rare. You can do the double tap in the air. That's amazing. They know what you're talking about. Whoa! I'm taking way too much damage. Yeah, that's the key. Gotta punch him in the back of the head. Yes. Whoop. It's a rat gun. It's a dang rat gun. Rat cannon. Cannons to the left of me. Cannons to the right of me. Oh, you son of a... How do you... Is there a jump? Is there a jump button? No, it doesn't seem to be. Wow. This sucks. Wow, okay. Ooh. This looks just awful. It's certainly not like the Wookiee hole level in Battletoads, and they have a similar style level in Battletoads meets Double Dragon, but it's later on. It's not the second level. I much prefer the original Wookiee hole level in NES or Genesis. Whew. And the Sega Master System version, I don't think has this level in the same way. It's not as bad. It's just the sprites are so big in this. Whoop. Okay, I don't know what that did, but... We're in Moon Doom mode, of course. You son of a bitch. Get out of here with your magnet. Yeah? Oh, great. Now you send the robots. Never send a robot to do a rat's job. Battletoads. You just cannot let this thing make a hit. Oh. The amount of save statery we need here. Totally not worth it. Hope we don't croak here. I know that the gameplay is riveting. Okay, I'm done. This game sucks balls. It's certainly jankier than the Sega Master System version, and even though we're talking 8-bit and 16-bit, I would 100% recommend the Sega Master System version. If not just to avoid this level. Screw you. Really? Ugh. I bet anyone that's played this game before was just waiting for me to encounter this section. It's like, what? He's complaining now. But just wait. Hey, we got the first dab here, by the way. First get dab in video games. Came from the Battletoads. Don't get it twisted, you didn't invent it. Fast. Fast. Without save states, like imagine growing up with this is the only video game you had. You'd hate video games. You'd be like, nah, not for me. Not really my thing. I like books. Plants. Dirt. You ask me about dirt, I can talk about dirt. No, you just get good. Oh. Not quite the same. One thing I don't like is that they don't give you the option to, like, send in the other Battletoads, like the Turtles games. You know? Oh no, you lost. Send in Zits. Right, this totally has the xylophone, and some of the horns totally sound like Donkey Kong Country music. It's great. Yeah, I forget ever experiencing this one without save states. Indeed. Right? Like, what are we playing Donkey Kong Country for? I mean, I would consider playing this one two-player because I feel like the only way it would be worth, like, just slogging right through it. And here's our Bob Ross moment again. Yeah, the only way it'd be worth slogging through this version, I think I would much rather, like I said, much rather play the Sega Master System version if I had a choice. And you know what? We're not gonna like leave the wheel spins up to the chat, but we will use the wheel to decide what game we're gonna play next. Okay. Interesting. We got ourselves Frogger on the Genesis. We played this one before. It was actually part of our animal and creature themed stream. And if you're just joining in, I think I see a few more people just popping in for the first time. I am doing something a little different for Love Day. We're doing a frog themed only stream. As you can see, we've got frogs hanging out with us in the layout. We've got a bunch of frog themed games and frog themed video game music. So we're going to check out Frogger on Genesis. I've got different versions of Frogger, so stick around. And this song is from Theme Hospital. This is the theme song of Dr. Frog. This is a game that I played on PC back in the day, also available on PS1 and I think Super Nintendo. Yeah, PC, PS1, and Super Nintendo. That would be a cool comparison review, absolutely. Sorry folks, is my audio cutting out? Did you hear that full sentence? Or is it just me? Interesting. I'm not sure why. My headphones just seem to be... Maybe it's just the cable. But my headphones seem to be periodically cutting out. Here's a piece of music from For the Frog, the Bell Tolls, which is a Nintendo RPG on the Game Boy, scored by Kazumi Totaka. Who did Super Mario Land 2, Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion games, all the Animal Crossing games. I also want to say thanks to the recent members in the Discord, the recent subscribers on YouTube, and thank you to Dragon Gem for the recent shoutout and raid, Dorian Z Drink for the recent shoutout, and Mighty Collector for the recent raid. I appreciate it. Also, Eternal Symmetry, thank you for the raid as well. So this came out in 1998. This is more than likely an unlicensed one, and basically looks like the arcade game ported to the Genesis. There's a whole community of people who mod and create modern Genesis games, developed games for the Genesis still. And this coming out in 1998, around the same time that the PC, PS1, and N64 Froggers came out. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's go. And we got many versions of Frogger on this list, of course. You could consider Frogger the OG or most popular video game Frog, I would say. But there was a game I used to play, and I have it on the list as well, on Atari 2600. My uncle had it. It was called Frogs and Flies. If you haven't played it before, it's actually really challenging. And you can play two-player, and you're literally just a couple of frogs on lily pads looking to get some flies, and kind of competing against each other to get flies, rather. Competing against the flies. I'm 100% down for that. Hey. Oh, disappeared that quickly, huh? Alright, fine. Blue, 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 blue. I always forget that Konami is the company, I think, that... Konami's the company that made Frogger. Or was it in license with someone else? Because you'd be I'm surprised actually that Konami wouldn't include Frogger in like Konami's Crazy Racers if that was the case, or the Japanese platformer game YY World, which is just featuring a whole bunch of Konami characters. Oof. Frogs and Flies is also on the Intellivision under the name Frog Bog. Nice. That's a great name. Konami made it, but Sega sold it in the US. Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't make more mention or work that more in. Like, Namco takes advantage of the fact that they've invented Pac-Man. I mean, utilize your IPs. Hell, give me a Frogger/Castlevania crossover. Just replace the sprites. This is Simon Belmont. Or we can play as one of those little, the leapers. The ones that leap towards you. The enemies. We need to make that hack now. Croaksylvania. Croaksylvania. Ribbit of the night. What is a frog? A miserable little pile of ribbits. Have at you. Balloon Meowth! What did they do to you? Oh, don't worry, we did not forget about Balloon Meowth, about Tube Meowth. The Tube Meowth's asleep. Wait, whose frog layout is this? Tube Meowths. Who's Tube Meowth? Tube Meowth sleeping, baby. Now, we're doing a frog-themed stream today. We're playing all sorts of classic frog-themed games because next year's a leap year, so I figured that today would be the perfect time to to hop into it. We were definitely talking. If you're just joining now, Z, we were talking about the fact that Konami made Frogger, and doesn't really. It's like they left Frogger in the corner to collect dust. It doesn't really acknowledge that they own Frogger or include Frogger in their like compilation. I mean, they've made compilation games. I'm very surprised. Frogger's a super popular character. But we were talking about making a hack combining Frogger and Castlevania. Oh, that come on. That was like a pixel off. It's way too close. Too fast. Okay, we did it. Oh. Froggervania Deadly Crossings. The crossings of the road. Croakery of Innocence. I like Froggervania. That's better than Croaksylvania. Froggervania 64, Circle of the Flies. These games all need to exist. The poll's up. Bring back Tube Meowth. Bring back Balloon Meowth. Don't worry, after this stream, both of them will be back. Symphony of Ribbits. Amphibian of Dissonance. Who are you? I'm Amphibucard. Son of Crocula. Oh, you. Nice try. Oh, what? Come on. What kind of... It's cheap when that happens. It's not... I don't got time for this. Frogger seems to not care that he was run over, but... I do. There's also the Game Boy Advance one, Froggervania Aria of the Lily Pad. Yo! It's a Stegosaurus McCartney. It's a Stegosaurus McCartney. What's up? Happy V-Day. Never forget. We are leaping into the leap year next year. And I just got too excited, so I did this stream a year too early. With frog-themed games. It's all about the frogs. This 100% is a stream right up your alley. No, I just worked. I worked, and then I frogged. All the live long day. Camptown ladies sing this frog. Oh, da do da day. Hurry up. I on a smoocher like a mule eating an apple. What is that from? Is that just a self-quote? Hey, it looks like the poll ended and we've democratically decided to bring back Balloon Meowth. Well, okay, fine. It's not really a frog though. Throws the whole thing off. Say hi. Yeah, some people call it tube meowth, long meowth, Galarian meowth. It's not Galarian. Gigantamax, Gigantomeowth. Tall cat. Just make him green. Okay, here. We're just letting the time over happen. There we go. That is a something. Frog meowth. That's funny. Such a staple of the channel now. Frog, 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 meowth. Now, I was mentioning the PlayStation 1, because this game came out in 1998, this port somebody put together at that time. And the PlayStation 1 and PC version of Frogger that came out in 1998, I think there was an N64 one as well. It was a super interesting one. I actually got it in a cereal box back in the day, along with the Game of Life from that same time. And I played a ton of the Frogger game. It was 3D and had an interesting camera angle situation going on with the level design. It was always on a curve, like a curvature. Oh, my freaking camera's not on, like some sort of toad over here. Like I'm some sort of bullfrog over here. You're into the trees. Trees. What? Oh, You did some planted options. I totally missed a bunch of things. You did some planted options: an avocado tree, a black fig tree, nice, and a desert king fig. I'll have to find out what figs we have. We have 2 figs right now. Oh, so close. You're into the trees. Are those figments of your imagination or real? Real. See Fig A and Fig B on page 27. You also have a brown turkey fig, which is as tall as you, but it's never fruited. Yeah, we haven't had any fruits on ours, which is why you just picked up these 2 figs to get some cross-pollination. Nice. But yeah, I'll have to find out exactly what kind of figs we have. I'll let you know. Ha! Yeah, totally. Some varieties need others to pollinate. It kind of makes sense, like the world of mushrooms, how they have partners, in a way. Ones that complement each other. Just like how peanut butter needs jelly. Gotta jam along with the music when you can. Peanut butter can also go with cheese. It can, yes it can. I've done it before. Believe it or not, peanut butter and Havarti. Give it a shot. You're playing drums today, nice. So out of practice, it's embarrassing. You're out of practice. I'm out of practice. It's been years. I'll have to visit. And we'll drum up some business. Saving up to buy better cymbals. Nice. Cymbals are expensive. I'm definitely down. I'm so out of practice. I last played over 36 years ago. Nice. Got us beat. Unless there's people who've never drummed, then they got us beat. Imagine that, having a drummer beat. Holding the drummer's beat. Well, that's a slow log. Take it easy. No, Moondrummer just really likes Keith Moon. They're just obsessed with The Who. They're not even that good. The Who? Never heard of them. Never heard of them. Yeah, I wouldn't say friends, but Moondrummer is usually around, sort of like how flies hang around, like cow poop. You know what I mean? You're looking on Facebook Marketplace for used symbols. That's a great idea. That's an absolute great idea. Because very often you're going to find quality symbols in that circle more so than just buying them new in the store, right? Forget that nonsense. Even though sometimes the sets can be like a decent amount, like when you buy them in a set, you can find like some really good, well-used ones, and you kind of want a little bit of grit in those symbols. You don't want them clean. That's how I want them, at least. And so how I want them is how you want them. Yeah, you don't want them to look like nice and clean. I feel like you want them to be like, well, a little bit well worn. That's personally a more interesting sound. Bleep, 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 bleep. You hear that? We got snakes. I hate snakes. Most people would have that, or would have like a case or something. I still have my box for the symbols. Okay, we're gonna try another game after this. We have many versions of Frogger in this list. We've got games where you can play as Frog, power-ups. We've got a game where you're saving your Frog. That seems... Oh, the whole kit? Bunny has a round bag for symbols. It's cool. They all fit, but it's super heavy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You get a good workout carrying drum stuff around. Oh, buy a pixel. Okay. Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. Let's get some frog theme music going. And let's play a different frog themed game. This is the Frog song from Breath of Fire 4. I will post this playlist later in Popstar. Ooh, it reminds you of Ghost in the Shell. Nice. This is a song from the game Caro Blaster again, which is a song all about frogs. You didn't know there's a Breath of Fire 4? Yeah, it's on PlayStation 1. I think there's a Breath of Fire 5. I could be wrong. On PlayStation 2? Something like that? Or the one I'm talking about, Breath of Fire 4, could be on PlayStation 2. But that was a series that completely went past me. Like, I've heard about it, I never played any of them, and then I played Breath of Fire 2 a couple of years ago on the Switch. It is fantastic. I feel like it gets slept on like crazy. It's got excellent music, a really cool mechanic where you build up your own town in the overworld, and it should be up there with some of the other JRPGs like FF6 and Chrono Trigger. I mean, it's not at that same level, but more people should talk about it and play it. I think it's really great. So they did Breath of Fire 1 and 2 on that. I think Breath of Fire 3 might be on PlayStation 1. And then the first two are on Super Nintendo, and the third one, or fourth one, is on PS2, I think. I'm just curious, so I'm looking it up. Three is not related to the previous games, but it's theorized that the game actually continues several hundreds of thousands of years on from the previous game, so kind of like Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger. And then Breath of Fire 4 actually takes place 1,000 years before the beginning of the game. It's kind of like a prequel. And that was it. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter was the other one. So that's not 5, but it's called Dragon Quarter. Come into the water. Okay. What are we playing? Let's see. Oh, I have two computers. I'm just using... You know when you use one computer's mouse on the other computer, and you're just staring at the other computer, and you're like, why is this not working? So dumb. The glasses were on your head the whole time. The donkey's been in the kitchen this whole afternoon. What do we have? 19. Okay. Woohoo, cool. Alright, let's go to the Game Boy Advance Frogger game, or one of the many Game Boy Advance Frogger games. Frogger Advance The Great Quest. Never played it. I think actually we're listening to music from it right now. This is from Frogger's Adventures on Game Boy Advance, but there was a series of like 3 or 4 Game Boy Advance games that had basically like a top-down view, and they were trying to like reinvent the Frogger idea. Like, it's interesting. It feels weirdly like some of the levels in Simpsons Hit and Run. That's the only way I can describe it. There's a couple of like fetch quest missions that you have to do in Simpsons Hit and Run, specifically in the nuclear power plant. It kind of feels like that. They did this similar thing with Pac-Man, where they tried to kind of create this isometric pre-rendered aesthetic. So this is one of the many Frogger Game Boy Advance games. Frogger Advanced up next. Like I said, it's like flies. It's like flies. Don't want to say flies, I mean F-L-I-E-S. Don't get these frogs too excited. So yeah, the full title is Frogger Advance The Great Quest. I did, yes. Daryl was saying, did you see Vampire Survivors released an update you were talking about a while back? Yeah, I did. Didn't pick it up yet, but it's got some refinements. It's not like DLC. It doesn't have like new characters or anything, but you said it's just an update in general. That's pretty cool. And this is music from Blaster Master again, which of course is all about a boy and his frog. Oh, they did add a new level. Nice. So there's a brand new level as well. You won't spoil it, but I gotta check it out. Okay, sweet. Nice. Such a cool game, such a fun game as well, Vampire Survivors. If you haven't checked it out before, I highly recommend it. It's on mobile, it's on Steam, there's DLC, it's totally worth it. If you're into bullet hell games, if you're into Castlevania, go check it out. Now this is music from Final Fantasy IX. This is Q's Marsh, where you first hunt for frogs as Kina, or as we called them, Licky Tongue, in our playthrough of Final Fantasy IX. If you want to go check it out, I got a full playlist of Final Fantasy IX over in my YouTube channel.
Hi there.
Here we go. Oh no. So the Frogger's Adventures games are much better. I think this was an attempt for them to do their first Frogger game. And then they did a trilogy, I think, of Frogger's Adventures games. Those are the ones that are more like the Pac-Man Game Boy Advance games, which are isometric, pre-rendered graphics, top-down view, and they're more like puzzles. Each stage is like an arcade puzzle. I think this was an attempt to maybe add more story. Yeah. Ooh, baby. Nightmare Fuel. Let's go. Hey, I'm the one that said I'd do frog games. The music is very Crash Bandicoot. Immediately half the people watching leave. Wow, that's quite the design. Press start, do not tell me what to do. And that is unironic use of Comic Sans. To stay healthy, eat the magical bugs. Oh geez. It's sort of like the Battletoads Game Boy Advance game, which we do not have on this list. Well, gold coins will take you to the end. No, definitely not. New Discord sticker? No way. Okay. Okay, that's quite the something. This is like Babby's first platformer. And not from the perspective of the player, but the perspective of the game developer. Sorry, but this just sounds and looks like it was made by somebody who's never made a game before. Alright! We did our first level, guys! Check it out, Dad! I mean, boss! Make sure when you're on the first level to show your dad, I mean your boss. Okay. Wow, this music, it rivals aquatic ambience. And the sound effect, this is like, you know, this is so calming. So relaxing. Let's just take a moment just to absorb this atmosphere for a moment. They won't know where to go in this 10 meter map. Let's put a 10 meter map? I'm confused. Let's put a row of coins back to back so they can find their way. Exactly. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's a super small level. Yeah, it definitely feels like they could have spaced out those coins. Oh, this is awful. The camera. Oh, I guess, you know what? I'm an idiot. That just went over my head. That's like total Super Mario Maker. Lingo. Ooh, who's this guy? Hey, Lumpy. Do you know where I can find a princess? Sorry, Frogger. Don't know anything about a princess. I just realized that I was doing Frogger's voice there. That's Frogger's voice. Eat the sparkling bugs. Okay, only if you need health. least, like, don't treat me like an idiot. And I don't like the excuse of, oh, it's a game made for kids, because you don't need to treat kids like idiots either. Look at that face. That is a frog face. I mean, the face up here is really funny too. But this takes the cake. That one takes the face. My face! Not my face! Wow, the fact you have to be that accurate to pick that up is stupid as hell. Let's make it really easy to figure out where to go, but really difficult to be able to pick up the power-ups. Oh, good thing there's a friggin' health right there. Alright, good thing there's a health right there. Oh, Konami. I'm blaming Konami on this one. They can live vicariously through vicarious visions. Through their mistakes. Yeah, that is quite the camera. Sometimes you're really glad you missed it on the Game Boy Advance. Well, the thing is, there's a lot of shovelware, there's a lot of, like, attempts for companies to try and keep their IPs going, but there's a lot of really good stuff on the console. There's a ton of games for it. There's a lot of really, really good games. You just gotta sift through stuff like this. But you know what? I don't mind giving them a shot on stream. Games that you don't have to play. just so people can check it out. And I like the whole idea of the themed streams. But, I mean, realistically, if you bought this and you were a fan of Frogger, and you just had a Game Boy Advance, and you were like, you know what, I'd love to play Frogger on the Game Boy Advance. That'd be cool to have on the handheld. And then you took this home, you'd be very, very disappointed. There's, like, you know, expectations people have when you're trying to continue an IP. You don't want to change the gameplay up too much. Unless, hey, you want to do a redesign? A rebranding? Absolutely. But you gotta be, like, consistent and have a proper launch. You can't just, like, put out a game like this and be like, people will get it. Look at that face. So, they could really vary stuff up, but they're not at all. What even is that? It's not even a thing. This isn't even a platform you can land on. It's just the same as fall. Yeah. It's the same thing if I do this. Same animation if I do this. Yeah. Stupid as hell. It's just something in the background. That pictures your life. Well, let me get the butterfly. Yeah. We'll also add something frustrating in the gameplay as well for the player. This is rough. This is quite the frog game. See, at this point they knew that people were going to just run through the level. Yeah, alright, nope. You guarantee someone bought this, played it once, put it back in the box, put it in the closet, said complete in box. Hopefully that'll mean something for this one day. Nope. I wouldn't even, like, this is tough. They're giving us 4 levels, 5 levels now, and nothing's changed. Damn, whoever's been playing banjo this whole time, good on them. They haven't stopped. What the? Is that a cat? The 2D background and platform art mixed with the 3D models and occasional objects. Chef kiss. Beautiful. This is the frog everybody's gonna be talking about. Literally 3 hours after the release of this game. Take it off the shelves. Tax write-off. Like, no. Nope. And you want me to go through all the 9 chapters? Hell no. Look at that frog face in the background. There you go. Chicken Run vibes. Totally. The eyes totally look like Waltz and Grumman and Chicken Run. It's a very odd redesign, is all I'm gonna say. Okay, so we have ourselves a Super Mario Bros. 1 ROM hack, and this is the theme I'm going to be doing for a future stream where we'll be playing a bunch of different Super Mario 1 ROM hacks. This one is called Frog Prince. Now this is just a graphical hack, so it is just Super Mario Bros. 1 vanilla, but we'll play through it and check out the next one. So the first time that my dad brought home a DVD player, it was quite expensive, and it was right when they came out. He got himself the Beatles' Yellow Submarine on DVD. It was the first DVD he got, and he got both my sister and myself each our first DVD, and we had a choice of movie. And I picked Chicken Run, and my sister picked Mrs. Doubtfire. So Mrs. Doubtfire, Chicken Run, and the Beatles' Yellow Submarine were the first three that we watched and that we owned. Pretty funny little mix. You haven't watched Chicken Run since you were a kid, but you remember liking it? Well, funny enough, they're making a sequel, and I think it's coming out in 2023. Pretty sure. I say that as if it's not 2023 already. Oh, life. Time. It just keeps on marching on. This is from WarioWare. This is a song called The Frog Flap. That frog flap. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hiderama says, I can't even find sales figures for that Frogger Advance game. It must have been one of those that got buried in the library, but didn't do poorly enough to be made into a joke. Yeah, you know what? Tax write-off. And then you write off the write-off. Because it's just a write-off. You just write it off. Got some red wine, got some coffee. Got some red wine. Got some coffee. It's actually a good combo. So this has its own music, as you can see, but it is just Super Mario Bros. 1. Those little googly eyes. So I'm not sure if this is based off of like the Sanrio Karopi characters. Like the frog character. Oh, looks like the frog became a person. I did not expect that. And the music is much worse than the Super Mario Bros. 1 music, so I don't know why you would replace that, but sure. Collecting Bibles. Now we're getting religion pushed on us? Come on. Be a frog. That is a sad flag. It's pretty awful music. Great. Interesting. So I'm going to create a super annoying 5.5 second loop, and we're going to use it in every type of level, whether it's underground, or it's a castle, or it's a standard level. I gave it a shot with the music. We're gonna be listening to our own now. Perfect. Perfect. Frogs. Frogs. Sweet. This is more music by Kazumi Totaka. Nice. Got fireballs. Yes. Let's go 7. Just to change it up. They look like sideways bombs. That's amazing. The enemy designs in this are pretty funny. Yes. Is this anything groundbreaking? No, it's not. It's Super Mario Bros. 1. But I love Super Mario Bros. 1. It's a fantastic game. I'll play it in any form. Randomized. Or hacked. Or just with a graphical change. Or the OG. Or on All-Stars. Or people's custom levels in Mario Maker 2. Just filtering out only Mario Bros. 1 levels. I got a lot of cool nostalgic memories associated with the game. I grew up with the Duck Hunt cartridge. And the Zapper. Gotta have the Zapper. Now this is a song by Yoko Kanno called Be a Frog. Yoko Kanno, of course, did the music for Cowboy Bebop. But when you're feeling down, be a frog. Now we're listening to it a little bit slower than usual. I keep messing up the save state. Frogmouth is digging it. You can see it. Come on! Really feeling with just the performance and the safe statery. Come on down to Johnny's Safe Statery, off the Highway 964. Oh. Do you like jazz? Be a frog. Be a frog. Let's go. We don't often do World 7. I usually skip past it. Unless we're playing a randomizer. Ooh. Come on. We had that clean finish, too. I'm really failing on the save states. I'm just don't have the timing down. There we go.
And when you pause the game, you get this catchy beat.
I threw together a really quick playlist of Frog and Toad music. Come on. World 8. World 8. We had a really good run there. That's it, that's it, that's it. Oh, come on. Please get out of my way. Thank you. Yes. That was the perfect little RNG moment where they weren't at the top. I think, did the playlist start again? No. Hold on. There we go. Weird, okay. Just gotta reset the controller. 1 second. So this is a song from Sonic Heroes. This is the music from Frog Forest Zone. And we have some 16-bit remixes of this, but the drums in this recording are really fun. This is actually slowed down a little bit, but this would be a fun one to drum along to, because it's just like a really cool groove, and it's got ride work. And every once in a while it's got that which sort of feels like two crashes together, where they kind of get that shimmer afterwards. It's a pretty cool combo. There could also be effects on them too, but it's like a cool little cycle, basically, is the best way I can put it. I follow a few drummers on Twitch that take requests. Next time this is going to be mine. Can we get a shout out for Dr. Matt Zappa, who's one of the drummers I'm talking about? I don't know, cool name, right? Jolly Roger's Lagoon from Banjo-Tooie is frog-centric. Ooh. Just that level. If we had a way to just log into that level right away. That'd be cool. Look at that. We're taking on the second quest. You think that it was over? You thought this frog was done? Now he's a man. With glasses. And he doesn't give a shit. Oh, he's a frog. It would be cool to like somehow curate a list where you could actually go like into a level. So obviously I have a bunch of games queued up here, but it'd be cool if I had like levels queued up. That'd be that'd be wild. Just have a level shuffler. So there's a show I used to watch back in the day called Video and Arcade Top 10, and I still want to develop something like this where perhaps like I host and a bunch of other people can participate, and it's sort of like a video game show essentially. So there's like a trivia segment, and I've actually got I spent a bunch of time. I made 8-bit like NES and Super NES trivia games on Newgrounds back in the day, like flash games called the 8-bit Wizard and the 16-bit Wizard. So I kind of want to take that idea and like flesh it into something like Video and Arcade Top 10. It only aired in Canada as far as I know, I think, or just some parts of the States. And what it was a game show where like 3 contestants would go on, and they would be like, okay, first one to beat this boss, they'd get like certain points, and then they'd talk about the game, and then they'd have another, it'd be like a little gauntlet. So it'd be like, let's say, come first in this racing game in Mario Kart 64, and then, for example, beat the entirety of Jolly Roger's Lagoon from Banjo-Tooie, and then first one to beat the final boss in some Game Boy Color game or something like that. It was just like a mix, but you could win the games. It was pretty cool, kind of like a Nickelodeon game show. I think it'd be pretty neat to do something like that on Twitch. Like this could just be one challenge. Just out of nowhere, you're playing the final, or you're playing 1-2 in the second quest. You got the fast enemies. In Frog Prince, a random hack of Mario 1, you're like, what? And the challenge is first one to the end. And then the next thing is like beat King Hippo in Super Punch-Out or something like that. Is he in Super Punch-Out? Or is it just the OG? Second quest gives you more enemies and faster enemies. Froggy won a courtin'. And he did ride, Gotta be a frog for this one. Remember what Yoko Kanno said. Be a frog. You know what? Let's do it. Let's change games. Let's change it up. Cool. We got some Blaster Master on the NES. Always a good one. Let's check it out. Stick around for a classic. A classic, a holy grail game per se in terms of being able to beat it, because this is super difficult. It's got some interesting combinations of perspectives in the game. And it's all about a boy and his frog trying to save his frog. It's by Sunsoft. It's got excellent music. Stick around. Stevie Wonder on this jam? Masta Blasta. Just one sec. Okay. Here it is. Blaster Master. That frog in a jar, sleeping in a jar. No, it's radioactive. It doesn't say radioactive, it just says radioac on the box. It's radioac. He got big, and he fell down the hole, the Wookiee hole. Here we go. What's this? A tank. A helmet and a suit? Why not? Let's go. All the way down. So this has just always been a very difficult game, but very fun game. There's many games in this series. They made Blaster Master on the Game Boy, called Blaster Master Boy. And then there's also Blaster Master 2 on the Genesis. And there's a series called Blaster Master Zero. There's 3 of them. They're really fantastic. They're brand new, or they're newer, and they're on the Switch, and Steam, and things like that. But we can get some cool power-ups for the tank, and if we ever want to leave, we can do this. And there's a lot of indie games that kind of borrowed this concept where you can get in and out of the tank. Down that well. Oh, somebody's blaster mastered. But yeah, some excellent music and some really cool perspective changes as well, and if we can get power-ups, the right power-ups. Oh shoot, the thorns! I forgot about the thorns. So my buddy Tyson I used to work with, 2 games that were sort of on his to-beat list, or to-complete list, were Metroid on NES, and this. And he brought his NES into work, and we played it on break at work, and I remember us projecting Blaster Master many times on the wall, which is pretty cool. Playing this game on a projector, like in a giant white empty wall, is pretty cool. Help me! Too late. Say I was good at Blaster Master, but we gotta save that frog! Come on. Rush was playing a game the other day that was reminding you of this one. Nice. You play a cat that can climb out of a vehicle to get into a different one. Did it have like a NES sort of aesthetic? There's a couple indie games I've been following, I think they're on my Steam wishlist or something, that have this similar kind of concept, and also you can tell are clearly inspired by this. I think there's a few that are kind of very clearly Ninja Gaiden inspired as well. Okay, here, watch. Hello. This is just for me. And now it's the top-down view like Fester's Quest and the Gremlins game, the new batch, Gremlins 2, which is also a Sunsoft game. And has the same perspective, same size sprite as well too. Oh, was it Gato Roboto? It was like a Metroidvania game as well. I think I've seen some people play it and it looked like a Game Boy aesthetic game. It was nice. Yeah, I've got that on my list of games to check out. I really want to check it out. They have it on the Switch as well, not just on Steam. I've watched Eddie Fuerte stream it. Not a streamer, but I watched also Raxine TV as well, who mainly does cat games, which is cool. You have it thanks to Prime Gaming, so you'll definitely give it a try sometime. Nice. Yeah, here's really good, and it's sort of like a unique feeling Metroidvania. Excuse me, wow. That's awful. More wine! I must drink wine now. It has to happen. So that was good that we got those. I think one of those is a power-up for the tank. You know what would be good to have here is those NES controllers that had the auto fire, or the NES Advantage. That would give you the advantage. Now you're playing with the advantage. Now you're playing with Nintendo playing with the advantage, with power. Yeah, that's bad. What? Blast processing. Do the math. $64. I'm just farming here right now. That's the idea. Because we can leave. I think we might actually. Because we got that power up, right? So I bet you now when we go into here, into the ship, we've got the hover. No, we don't. Something happened. He hopped right over us, except we can't take any more hits. We're in Moon Doom mode again. Yes. See, this is really cool. I always really like the different, like, kind of gameplay style moments that you have. Even this feels very different than when you're in the tank or when you're on land as the main character, or when you're in those little caverns. I highly recommend Blaster Master Zero. I watched a bunch of people play the games. I really want to play them. Haven't picked them up yet, but it's 100% on my list. They're all really highly reviewed, and I think it's really awesome that the series could get like a trilogy of games that are good and highly rated. Oh, yep. Whoop. There we go. Imagine if this game got like an N64 release. Although, did Sunsoft make games for N64? I think they only made games up to Genesis and the SNES. Urge to SNES Rising. Oh, look at this. That's what we got. Let's power up to our weapon here. Hey. We've got other frog games to try, so I'll definitely play this for a little bit longer, but then I'm going to probably raid somebody, and then we'll do this tomorrow. We'll continue, because I think it's a fun theme, and then what I'll end up doing is I'll end up just playing a couple of other random ones to cap it off, or we'll switch over to one of the retro roulettes. But I end up just doing 2 streams tomorrow. But because it is my weekend on Wednesday and Thursday, you can always catch me earlier. Tomorrow it's going to be closer to 12 noon Pacific. And Thursday it'll be 10 a.m. But every other day you can catch me here at 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific. Head off and have dinner with my partner. I mean, it is Valentine's Day. But what am I, some sort of frog? Here we go. Mother brain. Oh. Who do you want? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Yes. Oh. Again, in unintentional one-hit KO mode, not what I'm looking for. Yes. He's out of control! Blast him and mast him! Get him out of here! What, is this the same place we just were? very confused. We won, right? Don't make me do it again. Whee! Come out. There we go. Thought we were already here. We can't do anything. Okay. Yo, whoa, what kind of enemy is this? I've never seen them do this. Holy. That's cool. I really dig that. It's an awesome idea for an enemy. Come on. This is not easy. Ugh. Nope. Not what I wanna do. Odd time to jump out. Get out of here. Not even worth it. There we go, we upgraded our gun, and now it's like even more like Fester's Quest. Holy crap. Oh. Oh, sorry, excuse me. That was not a door. I thought it was a door. Oh, sorry, I thought this was my house. I thought this was my jacuzzi and my expensive champagne. My mistake, good sir. Right off the ladder. Alright, I think what I might do is actually call it for the night. We did a decent, almost 3-hour stream of different frog-themed games. Next year's a leap year, not this year, but I really don't care. I did it a year early. Who cares? We're gonna do more of this tomorrow because we got a few fun games to play, and you can catch me around noon Pacific. Thanks again, everyone, for hanging out. All the regulars that support the channel, I really appreciate it. And if you're not a member of the Discord, go check it out. Thank you to Mighty Collector for the recent raid as well, and the Eternal Symmetry. Who are we gonna raid? Ooh, lots of people playing. Cool, we're gonna raid our good friend Artyom Havoc. Actually, you know what? Let me just quickly take a look. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for sticking around as well. This is going to be like a sort of one-off stream, so it won't be in any of the channels. I just wanted to see if there's anyone streaming Blaster Master. That would have been kind of fun. But no, we're going to go hang out with Artyom Havoc. No fun allowed over there at all. No, obviously a joke. He's playing some Fallout, some classic Fallout, which is really cool. I really like the games we played today, even though some of the janky ones were janky as heck, like specifically that one falling level in Battletoads and Battlemaniacs, and the Frogger Advanced game. So stick around, let's go hang out in Havoc's channel, and I will see you in the next part. If you're watching on YouTube, consider subscribing. Thank you to the recent subscribers, thank you to the recent followers on Twitch. I will see you in the next episode, the next stream. Take care.